Okay,
Skills.
let's go.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, yes, we are live on Facebook. Wait, let me actually go in to my screen and take a look first. Have you guys seen me live yet? Yeah, I'm live. Welcome to the 3 Marketeer Show. Yes, this is the 17th episode. And this is the first day of another lockdown. We call it MCO 2.0 in Malaysia. Basically, most of you are staying home, and I assume that if you have got nothing to do, might as well come and watch the 3 Marketeer Show, because today we have Christopher Heng, one of the most hardcore Shopify sellers I've ever met. You guys have no idea how crazy is this guy in terms of experimenting with different Facebook advertising techniques and all that. So today we're gonna have him talking about how to run a successful Shopify store and what are the things that he believes that are really essential and important. So if this is the first time you're watching this, I'm Jason, I'm your host, and we have our co-host here, Manfred from Singapore and Andrew from Malaysia. Basically, that's what we do, you see. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. we come together over here on my Facebook page to just chat. Most of the time we chat something useful, but we may not know, sometimes we may just get crazy and talk about some nonsense, but that's what we do. Every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. we come together to discuss one topic about Facebook advertising. No, digital marketing, not just Facebook advertising. So if you really like what we are doing right now, remember to hit the subscribe or follow button to make sure that you actually get notified when we go live. Every Wednesday night, we go live on my Facebook page, and after that, it will be actually being posted on my YouTube channel, as well as my my podcast channel on Shopify, Spotify. I always cannot differentiate Spotify and Shopify, something wrong with me. And as well as Apple AirPods. So if you're watching this, say hi, and we have already have Chiwai here. So Christopher is actually from Penang. Today I'm just gonna do a little bit of introduction. Let me do the honor. I met Christopher because he enrolled in my program, and eventually, although he actually learned a bit of things from me, but I learned a lot more things from him because this guy is crazy. He does a lot of reading online, and whenever he finds something very interesting, he will share with me. I really love this kind of interaction because, to be frank, I don't have a lot of portfolio running Shopify store. That's why when it comes to talking about Shopify, I really want him to come along to do this. Also, basically, Christopher runs a store that sells exotic phone casing. Is that correct?
Wow.
Yeah, exotic phone
mostly
casing.
leather lah. There's
leather crazy thing lah. Some whatever crazy leathers. And it's quite beautiful, and it allows you to do some engraving on your initials. Of your initials on the leather itself, on the casing itself. So it's quite interesting. So we were gonna have basically he has been doing this for a while right now, doing part-time still, right?
Yeah, part-time.
And you have if you have a full-time job doing some. He's also a programmer, and dude, Manfred, you know that.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Considered programmer, right?
Programmer and what do you call that? Enterprise storage stuff, like setting up servers and stuff like that. Mostly infrastructure lah, yeah.
Oh, that's a
Last time I
hardcore
also
shit,
do
man.
server-side programming also.
Crazy
all
side,
the
man.
logic.
Yeah, that's a hardcore stuff, man.
You gotta wake up in the middle of the night if shit happen.
Yep, that's right.
Whatever things it is. So Christopher is very crazy. He has been doing a lot of experiment, and I think he really learned a few things that how to really do effective marketing for a Shopify store. But before we drive into the whole thing, Christopher, you want to quickly share with us a little bit more about yourself, your background, before we go on this thing? Say hi to everybody over here.
Hi guys. I'm 25 years old. I'm very young right now, and I recently got into e-commerce. Actually, e-commerce is more like a byproduct for me. I actually love digital marketing. So I started a dropshipping store previously, and I failed miserably. So I didn't know Facebook ads was actually kind of hard at first, and the learning curve was very steep. And after that, after I failed my dropshipping store, I thought to myself and I said, why not just try a branded store instead of just selling some general product from AliExpress and stuff like that. So this is where I am today. So that's why I choose Shopify, and Facebook ads is actually a very powerful tool if you know how to use it.
Okay, now with that will lead us to the first question, Christopher, because to a lot of people, hi Serge, Serge is also a long time friend. Where share with us a little bit what exactly is Shopify, what makes it different compared to other.
So you put the question inside the comment.
Yeah, I will put the question inside the comment because we won't be able to call the question and put it at the bottom. Yeah. So what is Shopify? What exactly does Shopify do, Christopher?
Okay, Shopify is like a commerce platform. It's just a platform for you to set up your online store and let you sell your products there. Basically, it's just a platform for you to host your website.
So this
and
is
also
different from
built-in e-commerce plugin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also there's a lot of good stuff, like they actually give you a lot of payment gateways for you to choose. So this is more like a better version of WordPress. That's what I feel.
It's not a
Work with
marketplace,
WooCommerce.
it's basically your e-commerce platform.
Yes, it's your own website e-commerce platform.
Hosted cloud. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
WooCommerce and others.
Similar lah. So the comparison would be like you say the WooCommerce WordPress, and we maybe what else we have
Magento.
Easy Store, Magento,
Easy
yes,
Store,
also
yes.
WooCommerce, Easy Store, SiteGiant, Webship.
A lot, but the most popular is still Shopify.
Shopify is actually the second largest e-commerce platform in the state right now, right after Amazon. They're actually at the second right now. They actually just overtook eBay.
Wow.
In terms of GMV, they are really, really big. And I just read a quick cover about their share now is over $1,000 right now.
Holy.
Yeah, it's really crazy, Shopify. They hit the right chord, I would say. But Christopher, that will lead us to the next question over here. Why did you choose Shopify in the first place? What makes you choose Shopify? What were your considerations back then? What were the other platforms that you were considering? And at the end of the day, why you choose Shopify?
Great question.
I had a look between WooCommerce versus Shopify, and I found that WooCommerce is kind of complicated for me to set it up. And I just saw Shopify has 14 days free trial all the while. You don't have to put in any credit card to actually set up your store within the 14-day trial. But you can't sell anything within the trial period. So I just went into and create an account, set up my store using the 14 days trial, and just design my web store and stuff like that. And surprisingly, it's actually quite easy to build your store over there and design your store, because it's just mostly drag and drop and typing a few tags inside, and you can just hit publish and your store is live. So how Shopify win me over. I mean, it just won my heart because of the 14 days trial. I don't have to key in my credit card, no commitments. Even if the 14-day trial expire, I just have to create another account and just sign up another Shopify store.
Just cannot sell only lah. Just cannot sell only lah.
Yeah, but you cannot sell. They allow you to play everything inside just to get familiarized with the feature and all that.
Yeah, if you want to sell, you just have to enter a credit card and choose a plan, choose a basic plan.
Because previously someone has abused it before, ma.
How much is the subscription plan right now? I mean, at the moment, as we
the most basic one is 29 USD.
Is it sufficient per month?
Yeah, per month. That's right.
Sufficient?
No. Subscription, yes. 29 USD per month. 79 USD the middle one, and the most expensive one is 300 USD, 299.
Okay. For 29 plan, is it good enough for most people who just want to start out? Is it good enough?
I think
what are the limitations over there?
Limitations is, I mean, the thing that concerns me the most basic plan is they really charge.
Hang on. We have a bit of
first time our guest freeze.
Yeah, some line issue. It's okay. We wait for him to come back. But I think it's very interesting. I think Christopher was just sharing some.
I think the next question I would ask is he on the marketplace?
He is not.
Okay.
Because the biggest challenge for his product is he has this customization. Meaning that it actually can do this, what do we call it?
Engraving and all those stuff.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's the thing that he's not able to do on the marketplace. But I think it's very interesting. For his case, I was actually telling him that he should try. But I think, never mind. Maybe later we will ask him to see whether there is anything coming from him.
Yeah, that's a question I want to ask. Interesting to know.
Yeah.
So I take over for a while. I just want to mention, sometimes when you do this kind of e-commerce thing, the product is very important. So for me, I like to go to like the Shopee or this EasyBuy to find the top seller. They actually listed the top seller. EasyBuy don't really state the volume or the duration, but Shopee does. So you have a rough idea which category and for the item which is more popular. That's one thing. Okay, that you can have an idea. Of course, there are other third-party tools that can actually spot the product.
So you mean you're using all these tools to actually to find out what what
You can
product
use that. I think for
spending.
Amazon, there's one called Jungle Scout, which I never used before. I heard it from my friend. And the other way is actually, if you know certain tools, you can actually try in Facebook Marketplace and just list it there and see the response. So that when you list the response itself, sometimes what my experience is actually a lot of students who want COD, don't have credit card. So they come to the marketplace. Sometimes they can't even meet up, they expect you to deliver to their house. So, but at least that category of people will respond to things because it's free. You just put it down, then you can test before you spend money, do Facebook advertising. That's one way, but there's a limited aspect of it because only certain kind of audience goes to Facebook Marketplace.
But I think eventually it depends on how you want to start. I think what makes Shopify different is, when you're starting really on your own website, right? You are actually on a different journey because on our hand, I actually experienced a different category of audiences. Like there was a time where, I had a student that really only sell on their own website. It started about 7 or 8 years ago.
Wow.
And only on the website, never sell on marketplace until now, still not on marketplace. And can you imagine they actually make about 500 to 800,000 a month? Yeah, 500 to 800,000 a month.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back, man.
Sorry guys.
It's
No
okay.
problem.
It's
It
okay. It happens.
Where
I
was
experience
I?
a lot. Yeah,
Where
we
was
were
I?
talking about why you were actually. I mean the plan. And what was that?
Yeah.
What was the topic just now already? Where were
I think it
we
was
actually had a
the
second question.
Yes.
But he was halfway through talking about the Shopify plan. So you chose that. Is that so? The difference is if I remembered correctly, if you chose a lower plan, the what you call it, the cut, they take a higher cut, a certain percentage of your transaction, right? Which is what, 4% or something like that?
It was 3.5, if I'm not mistaken, or
Correct.
somewhere out there. But then now they dropped it to 2% because of the COVID situation, and they said they want to help. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. If you go higher plan, then they will charge lower.
Yeah. Yes. So
Hey,
that's the
there's
most
a question
painful
for
part.
you.
Yeah. So my question is, you don't sell it on marketplace. You decided to go on your own store.
Yes, that's right. Because I want to focus more on branding, and at first I was more onto the direction of selling like in a luxury term of pricing and really high price and stuff like that. So I want to make people have the luxury feeling. So what my thought is that if I sell on normal marketplace like Shopee or Lazada, it might backfire me because they might say, why are you selling so high price and your brand is still unknown and you cannot afford your own website? So that's when I took Shopify up and then just create a website for myself.
But wouldn't be having your presence on the marketplace bring you traffic? Although you don't expect to sell anything there, but
I did
being
create
present,
some for SEO purposes in case they search for my store name, and then at least the marketplace store name, if it shows in the first page, I believe at least I'm there. Yeah. But I don't, like what you said, I really don't expect any sales from there. So I just create a store there, just leave it there. Yeah.
I see. Okay, makes sense.
And we were talking about another reason why you couldn't sell marketplace is because of the engraving, the customization part.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, because I offer free personalization, free name engraving. So Shopee and Lazada really don't have the plugin for customers to actually key in their name and then place the order with their name engraving over there. I have to manually go and PM them, go and message them, hey bro, do you want to put your name there or stuff like that? It's gonna be
But what you can consider doing is actually you can do a purchase with purchase. PWP, I actually kind of noticed that somebody actually doing that. PWP, and then it says that it's a free thing. So, but I'm not sure whether it allows you to key in something, but that's another thing that you can consider. But anyway, we have Chiwai. Chiwai very active today. Chiwai very excited. He said, all my life, we as developers, Chiwai is a developer. So he builds e-commerce websites. So he said definitely not to go for Shopify, but go for custom build. Chiwai, next time you want to come in and say why you want to do custom build.
That one is another level. Really.
Because he was saying that software as a service versus own codes. But the challenge would be, it's twofold. I would say I agree with Chiwai if you have the so-called the resources. Everything, correct. Yeah. But if you're only selling on your own, I think $29 a month is totally no-brainer for somebody to really start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like what Christopher is saying, at least you have a proper presence. But it's totally up for debate. I think this is, I think both ways is correct. But bring it further, Christopher. Share with us 3 reasons why you love Shopify. Why, after you've been using this for a while, okay, what makes you stay?
First of all, Shopify has built-in speed, security, like what I can't do if I develop my own website. I can't guarantee my website won't get somehow hackers like come and play with it or change something else and then inject some SQL, drop my database or stuff like that. So yeah,
right.
I have no expert in security, so that's why I just went for Shopify. Just make everything easy. I mean, like why waste time?
Everybody needs to start on somewhere,
Makes sense. Yeah, because it actually kind of like immediately you have the best team in the world behind you already. So in a way, it's the best way to start.
Yeah.
Nice. I think that's a good, valid reason. What about the other two?
One thing is that what do you call that? In case anything happens, I can just push a bill in Shopify. Hey guys, what are you doing? I paid you $29. What are you guys doing? They will solve the issue for me. Yeah, so it's just an easy way out for me. Just an easy way out. So and they have a lot of themes, templates, and it's very beautiful. It's very good for some niche. Like they have a lot of themes for different niche, like jewelry, general store, fashion, and stuff like that. So, but some are premium, so you just have to pay for it, and it's just one-time payment, like 150 USD.
I see.
Oh, meaning that you can still buy theme inside Shopify?
Yeah,
because I never use Shopify for the record, because all the while I'm a WordPress e-commerce person.
I guess it makes sense for somebody starting out when you don't have a team. That's the appeal of cloud-based services. They pay the money and then they do the hosting and everything, and you just use it. And if it doesn't work, you just terminate that month-to-month basis. So it's easy to get in, easy to get out. So yeah, makes sense. But Shopify, so you have tried, what other competing products that you have tried before deciding on it? I mean, for the benefit of the audience, if somebody decides, one day I want to start an e-commerce store.
Yeah. I think there'll be, what are the other, I mean, I think you mentioned, but can you actually like...
So the learning scope, how about the so-called the learning curve for somebody to start on
Shopify?
It's
quite easy because basically the UI is very friendly, very friendly. You just have to click whatever you want to do. Even designing your own website is super easy, and you can just check your orders also super easily. Really, no joke. It's very easy. You can just key in your shipping, see how much you want it free shipping or not. I mean, I can't explain, man. You just have to explore it for yourself. It's super easy. You will know what to do when you log in.
I think there's a lot of YouTube also. You're getting problems, you can refer to YouTube for tutorials.
Yep.
I totally agree. I actually agree, because I think when you're coming into like all these software as a service like Shopify, SiteGiant, I think what you really need to do is to make it really easy for people to start. But Chiwan was really banging on the customization, which is another part of the world, you see, because he was saying that the limitation for Shopify, because you were saying that Shopify is good for low capex, fully integrated with a lot of things and all that. But when it comes to customization, whereby usually for Shopify, I think Shopify is already one of the best platform with a lot of customization feature already. But definitely you cannot fulfill the whole world. Macam people got different kind of need. Then they say, I want this to be changed and all that. It's different.
Actually, not to say very less flexibility in customization. Actually, if you know programming, you can actually edit the theme yourself. I mean, it's still based on CSS and HTML, right?
They allow you to do CSS scripts.
Oh, you're allowed to do this?
Yes, even under customization on your own website, there's one button called click more, edit your own code. So I usually, if I don't like something else in my website, I just click edit the code, but their code is in Liquid. So I just edit the code, put in my own CSS, and then just publish a website, running my own code. Just do your own amendments, that's all. But one thing they don't allow you to do is that you cannot edit the checkout page because that's sensitive.
Oh, the checkout page. Not even, I've seen like the checkout, you mean you can't do any customization? Not even the form?
The form, yes, you cannot edit anything. You can only put your logo on top of the form, that's all.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is no way to make express checkout kind of thing impossible.
They have PayPal Express checkout. So in a product page, usually there's add to cart or buy now, right? They have these two buttons, add to cart or buy now. If you enable it, Express checkout. So if you take enable Express checkout, you can just click on the buy now and straight away bring you to the checkout page.
So but the contents of the thank you page you can change up. But if you want to do additional API stuff behind the scene, then maybe not.
Yeah. Thank you page also you can't change, to be honest. It's
Or
just
you can
thank you.
change thank you page.
Yeah, because the link, the URL of the thank you page is also under checkout. So you just can't edit anything over there.
So before and after cannot touch.
So they make it,
I see.
really that part lah. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. I mean, we have a question coming from Serge. Serge is really one of the. Serge, I know he's really doing very well in terms of dropshipping and all that, and he sells a lot of things on the marketplaces. That's why he asked this question. What's the main reason for choosing Shopify instead of the e-commerce platform like Lazada and Shopee? Yeah, I mean, this is the question from Serge. What is the thing, Christopher?
Like I said before, I just wanted my own website, my own brand website on Shopify to make it look nice, and everything is very.
You're building your own brand,
Yeah, building your own brand. So that's why I wanted a own Shopify store instead of going for Lazada and Shopee.
When you have reached a certain brand, you can also come back to the Lazada more.
Yes.
Like
When your branding is strong enough and people know about you, I mean, you can go back to those marketplaces to increase your conversion rate and get more sales.
I think it makes sense. It's actually a different trade of thought. I think at the end of the day, it's pretty much up to you on how you want to decide how you want to make this thing. So so I think it's cool. Now back to the next question. We covered 3, but anyway, now name me 3 reasons why. 3 things that you wish Shopify could improve.
First thing first, transaction fees. I mean, you're charging me 29 USD a month. Why are you still taking fees for my sales? So that's the thing that I really want Shopify to improve on. And also, there's one limitation from Shopify. If you choose the basic plan, the most basic plan, they only limit you up to 3 staff accounts. So
what do you mean? Only 3 staff?
3 staff accounts. That means you can only create 3 staff accounts for your employees or your friends to log in and then manage the orders, fulfill any orders or refund any orders, stuff like that. But I found a loophole. Just create one account, ask all your friends or your colleagues, log in the email themselves.
Oh yeah, that's pretty obvious. But only problem is something goes wrong, you cannot trace and say which one actually screw up. That's all.
Yeah. That's the limitation. So if you have a small team and you guys communicate very well, that's no issue. So this is the part Shopify has to give more staff accounts.
Okay, so the first one is saying that the transaction fee, which is why are you still charging me? The second thing is the more staff account. What would the third one?
The third one is the flexibility of discount code. I find that their discount code feature is not really flexible. It's like you only can give maybe buy one free one and maybe a fixed percentage of discount for a certain product, and also maybe a fixed amount of discount for a certain product. You can't really stack discount codes. I mean, there's one thing is good. Some people don't want their customers to stack discount code and get the product for free. So I mean, there's a few things that I tried to experiment with my discount code previously. I really forgot what was it about, but the discount code feature has to be improved. I mean, you really have to give the store owner more choices on how they want to give their discount instead of just certain features they have on Shopify.
Does Shopify allows you to do upsell and downsells?
They have a certain app, I mean the third-party app to install and do upsell.
Oh, it's not native, so you need to buy or what?
Yeah, most apps, if those apps function really well, you have to buy lah. No choice.
Oh, so those are hidden costs. So you have monthly fees, then you have transaction fees that is on Shopify. But do you still pay Stripe or PayPal fees as well? I think there's also another charge.
Yes, right? I think cannot run still there, right?
So
on top of that, Shopify somehow take a card.
Yeah, so 3 things. So these are I think if any one of you guys thinking of going to e-commerce, I think the cost element is something that you need to be aware of. So if you go Shopify, there's a fee for that, a monthly fee. You have transaction fee coming from that. Then you have if you're using Stripe or PayPal, there will be transaction on their part as well. If you want to do themes, those are additional stuff. Your own website, or you host your own website on Shopify, or you host a separate website and then a shopping separate website.
Do you still run a website as in like instead of the store thing, or you have a blog kind of thing? Is there
the blog, you mean blog?
Yeah.
Blogging Shopify has it already inside already.
So everything built in, it's like a fully functional website.
Yeah, you just have to buy. I mean, if you want to cheap out, I mean, you want to save extra money, just go to some other domain providers, buy your own domain over there. It's very cheap, and Shopify even provide you free SSL. So just buy a domain for like 4 or 5 USD, and then just use that domain for a Shopify store. That's all.
So there's a domain cost as well.
Yep.
So yeah, all these are yearly or
Yearly
monthly.
domain.
Do you do back-end Zapier integration and all that stuff, or just rely everything on Shopify?
Zapier is an email marketing tool, right?
Zapier is automation.
It could be automation too.
Automation too.
No, it's just for email.
No, I haven't explored the part yet.
Okay.
On top of that, do you use any email marketing?
I used Klaviyo before, but I find that the theme, also the UI is not really friendly and theme is not really nice. Or maybe I'm just too lazy to customize it myself. And I just went for OmniSend.
Okay.
OmniSend is also another marketing tool, and the theme is really nice. I really love it. I don't have to spend so much time to design from scratch. So I just use one of the templates, edit a few of the colors, and just publish the automation part, abandoned cart emails, welcome emails,
Right.
embedded emails, stuff like that. So yeah. There's
Okay.
one of my that one you have to pay also lah. There's also hidden fees over there.
Right.
Right.
So these are the guys. So these are the elements that you
Yeah.
need to be aware of.
On the customization topic also, GY listed, GY today very active. He listed 6 considerations, 6 areas of considerations to consider between you want a software as a service like Shopify or you want a custom build. So anyone who is looking for custom building, you can actually talk to GY. So this guy knows his stuff, definitely. He actually was one of our guests and really hardcore person. But yet again, it's really up to you on your choice. But we have another question coming from, it's a follow-up question from Serge. Serge was asking, by having a website also have a risk of low traffic because e-commerce marketplace is like everyone will go there to purchase. So how do you think if you want to actually, because that is also one of the things that, one of a consideration, but what is your take on this thing?
Yeah. How do you market your site?
Yeah, that will lead to the next question, which is the marketplace.
I mainly use Facebook ads and I just run conversion campaign. End goal is purchase. Always go for purchase. First of all, I don't really believe in bringing traffic first because sometimes Facebook gives you really garbage traffic and you just bounce every time.
Yes.
And first thing first, you have to work on your landing page. The landing page is the most important part. If Facebook gives you all the clicks, they bring you all the people to go to your website, and if your landing page doesn't look nice or it loads too slow, it takes a long time to load, people are sure gonna close the website and don't give a damn anymore. So
you target how many countries, or you just target Malaysia?
Malaysia.
What's your Malaysia only?
Yes. So the most important part you have to work on Shopify is your product page, your landing page, and making sure your whole Shopify store doesn't have any like funny applications. If you don't use applications, just delete them because they're gonna increase loading time if you don't delete them. Yeah. So try to bring down your loading page speed like really fast, like 2-3 seconds. That's where's the most optimal loading page speed.
I sidetrack a bit. This question to you and also to the audience. Anybody try Facebook Shop and Instagram Shop?
Yeah, I have it's actually quite good. It just released in Malaysia recently.
I saw several 6DC on my
Facebook Shop, Instagram Shop.
Instagram Shop.
Wow. Okay.
How you find it?
I think it's good because what really I like about the whole thing is like, on regular posts you are able to tag the product. And then whenever I do any post regarding my 6-day challenge, I just bloody tag the product and all that, And
How you tag your product? As in you take a photo of yourself, then you tag down there.
You just take a picture of where I go live. Usually never follow my Instagram. Just kidding. I take a picture of where I go before I go live, and then after that I will just tag the item, which is the 6-day challenge. And in fact, on Facebook, they actually have this photo tagging because the other day I was just posting.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw your ad.
I created a post about our 6-day challenge, talking about my 7, which is already a 7 round, and it automatically tagged the product for me. So smart. I didn't even tag it.
How do you? As in you list the photo.
No, first you need to create the product first.
Yes, of course.
Then only you are able to tag the product
Under the commerce manager lah.
Then the tagging part really is very seamless, and I like it a lot.
And it's just so it directs you to your landing page, or you direct
because
you to
when people see, they click into the product, then they click check out on the website.
Check out on your website.
Go to the website lah.
Yeah, and
bring you to the website.
On the UTM I actually see a few sales coming from Facebook.
Wow.
On
I'm
these
going to
days.
test it. I'm going to test it.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I think it's quite cool though.
You
Because
should
I always see the Instagram, all the model, then the clothes, you mouse over, as you can
They
see all
have
the
a very prominent position right now. They have a bloody button at the bottom now.
Oh.
Shops. So like I always like to tell people, this is really the time. I believe this is the direction that Facebook is going into. They're getting very serious in commerce right now because this is where the money are. So Facebook shop is one area, Instagram shop is one area. And the moment they do this, right, I think the next thing that I'm actually tapping into is in my humble opinion, is definitely they're gonna bring back the bloody Libra thing, which is a cryptocurrency. And this is, I suspect this is also one of the reasons why they keep banning our advertisement account right now. And up to our personal account, they ask us to submit bloody ID, driving license and all that, validation. And we are the first batch that needs to be validated first. And slowly, when they get more serious into the whole thing, they will roll out to more people to do validation. I think it's inevitable.
So back to Chris, have you tested this?
Tested the Commerce Manager?
Yes.
Yes, I did. The moment I received notification from Instagram saying you can set up your Commerce Manager, I straight away go and do already.
Especially if you are so visual, I think it's a lot more powerful.
I like this guy, man. This is a serial experimenter.
But then my product is a bit sensitive to Facebook because, exotic leather, they detect by keyword. That means if some keyword is forbidden and falls under the animal ad policy, right? The violation policy, it falls under animal. If you put sensitive keywords like python, crocodile, all the stuff, right? Confirm your product cannot reject 100%.
I see. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, he used all this exotic, crazy scheme, Manfred, what you want to say?
I want to share with you something. In Singapore right now, I say this, you all surely laugh at me. I keep seeing all the ED ad or electro, how to pronounce that? 性无能, the one,
What's that?
You see,
men's problem.
Facebook.
I thought this kind of ad cannot come out one. Then you know what the guy did? The company is NOAH. I don't think you all saw it in Malaysia, NOAH. Then the copy very funny.
We don't have such a problem.
Okay. I keep saying it. Then you know what the guy did? He do a hot dog. It can be harder. Then the banana log. Then I can't remember all the tagline. Very funny one. I keep seeing, but I never interact. No, I never interact. To take the screenshot.
I wonder why they target you.
Don't ask. don't even start, bro. Don't. Okay.
That's interesting.
In Singapore, everybody male, they just target, can already, don't care.
Yeah. Okay, of course.
I think they are probably going.
But this, I think, clearly violates the rules. I remember some sexual thing clearly, but then still can
report that. I think you keep reporting. I think that will help the community.
I don't report. I find the.
Oh, you like to see that?
Yeah, I like to see that. I like the advertisement very subtle. No, they put photo. You cannot put the kind of photo also.
And you know what? Because you responded to the Viagra thing, because you were saying about this in a few episodes back.
Okay, in this episode, I share one more. I also saw some illegal one with very funny company. Obviously all this Facebook account has been hacked. Some Deutsch restaurant one, all the funny names. Then they picture also very reviewing one. Then I go and click and go and see. They sell the pill. They sell a pill or something. What?
On Facebook as well. I thought Facebook very.
Actually, it's getting a lot more nonsense right now.
It's a lot of nonsense.
I do see quite
I keep seeing. I really go there and say I report this. Then I still keep getting. I still go and report.
I'm surprised. I see those things on Google Display.
I keep seeing on Facebook ad. The thing is, I think they hard hack certain people's Facebook account. Then if people keep reporting, then the account gone.
I see.
Nothing. They lose nothing lah.
They do nothing. But the funny thing is, I'm surprised they can pass. No, the stupid algorithm still can let them pass.
I think they have their way lah. Really? Because I actually saw some company advertising that they are very specialized in doing this kind of illegal advertisement.
Wow.
I've seen that. It's a Mandarin advertisement on Facebook, Chinese advertisement. They really tell you that we specialize in all this illegal stuff. Come to us. Well, I tell you, I'm sure a lot of people can go to them. But before that, thanks for the. I think it's a good thing to know that you keep seeing this ad. So now we have a question from Chiwa. Christopher. He asked, can Shopify do loyalty points of some sort, as in like a loyalty program? Is there such thing?
Good question, Chiwai.
Yeah.
Again, not more. Can you type in the comment? I don't really understand. What
Meaning that the loyalty program, as in like point collection.
Ah, yes.
kind of thing.
There's one app called Smile.io. Smile.io inside this Shopify app store.
So there is a Shopify app store.
Yes, it's like other developers go to that page and they develop their own apps and then they just publish on their app store. And then it depends on them, like, if they want to charge you subscription fees or
So
not.
it's a third party thing.
App marketplace for Shopify integration.
Something like an app store kind of thing. Hey, Chiwa, you can go and build some software on that, can make some money there also.
Yeah,
like a plugin, like a plugin store.
plugin. Yes.
Actually, plugin can make big money. Like on WordPress, we run a lot of things on using the paid plugins. I buy them a lot of paid plugins, and one of them actually I need to pay about close to 1,000 a year.
Wow.
Ringgit, and it works like a charm. The checkout thing, it works like a charm, and I don't mind paying this kind of thing. But similar, a lot of people will say that WordPress is free and all that, but at the end of the day, the cost is still there if you want to actually.
If you stack them up, yes.
If you either you buy the paid plugin, or you get people like Chiwa to go and hack hard code for you. Either way, and when you get Chiwa to hard code for you, then you need to maintain Chiwa. Same thing, right?
Yeah.
I cannot run away.
Price?
Yeah. Chiwa, don't even come and tell me about your price, huh? Now,
I know.
Yeah, so I think it's either way. There are costs involved. I think eventually, when we want to run a serious business on e-commerce and all that, I think we have to acknowledge that we mean business. We mean business.
Yep.
We cannot always look for the cheap thing, and eventually, of course, we all know that cheap thing no good thing. Maybe most of the time, no good thing.
Those days in IT, we used to have this debate. People saying, "Hey, why you're charging for hosting and web design and all that stuff? When you can use open source." Review application and all those things, So open source is free. Well, why are you charging? So I say, okay, you go and install build out your own app using the open source and see.
Yeah, I mean, then you need to take care of the security because open source, same thing. WordPress is open source. Every time they release a new update, many people won't be updating as fast, and people use the local because announced go and attack you. Same thing. All right. Now, thanks for that. Thanks for sharing this. And Christopher, next question we have over here is from Dennis. Dennis is really going very onto, he want to expand further on the question where he asked, he want to know the difference between, if there is anything that you can provide us, the difference between Shopify and other local e-commerce platforms such as Easy Store, Site Giant, and anything. What would be your take on this? If there is anything you have experienced before.
Not really a lot of experience, but I had a friend trying to explore Easy Store, and I also tried to go with him, like just try and see how friendly is the UI and stuff. I mean, after experiencing Shopify, I get disgusted about Easy Store, how the way you design your store and stuff like that. So, I mean, I never went and fully explore Easy Store and other stuff. Once I discovered Shopify, I'm really happy with the product. I really don't care about other stuff anymore. I mean,
one of the main reasons is actually the easy to find answers. There's
the community base is huge. The community base is really huge.
Community is very important. So it's quickly, because this is a very common platform. There are a lot of people using, and when you go for lessons, a lot of people ask Shopify related to Facebook also, so you can learn also. So and if you encounter some funny platform, then you ask the Facebook, then people never encountered before how to advise you also. So for beginners, I think Shopify is still a good choice. I
agree. But I can add on a bit on this because eventually I have a few, I actually on my hand, I actually coach a lot of e-commerce businesses. And I have actually heard from various angles, like, we have a lot of people selling on local marketplace, local platform like Easy Store, like Site Giant. One of the angles is definitely the customization. Definitely when it comes to customization in terms of changing the layout and all that, Shopify is definitely all the way winning, compared to whatever we have. So the design is one thing, but the challenge, I mean, the other of this, I mean, the local one may not be charging the fee, the transaction fee. So that's
local, they give more benefit, I mean, Easy Store now, when you sign up with them, you pay for their yearly package or by yearly.
And now they have this grant thing happening around.
They give you free iPay payment gateway integrated, For me, Shopify, I have to go and sign up myself, do this, do that, all the documentation.
And then the other reason is because of the integration. Like, a lot of people go to SiteGiant because the integration with the marketplace. That if you're selling simultaneously at multiple platforms, on your own website as well as the marketplace, that become definitely a go-to destination. But of course, on top of that, we have another so-called solution right now, which is also by my friend. It's called Zappy. Zappy is a tool that allows you to integrate your Shopify and WooCommerce store to directly integrate your product into your Shopee and into your Lazada and Shopee store.
Oh, okay.
So that is from Adrian. Maybe one day I should bring Adrian up. Yeah. So that guy has built this thing. I think it's quite interesting because I think this is one of the demand among the local sellers, especially those small medium businesses when they want to start selling online. They will definitely there are definitely a bunch of people looking at selling on multiple places. But that's another thing. So the feel, the integration with marketplace, and of course the local support. But Shopify wins in terms of the support as well as the customization part.
But I think if you are starting out, and because there's this learning curve, not only the platform, but learning curve of selling online, there are certain intricacies of customer support and all those things. Then it makes sense to try a local product if it's cheaper. Hang on it first, and once you level up your sophistication with regards to e-commerce marketing and e-commerce business, then you can choose the more premium products. I mean,
so are you saying Shopify is a premium product?
I mean, if you consider US dollars times 4.
In terms of pricing, definitely it's more premium compared to the local
premium
one. But the local one is also getting more and more expensive.
Are they?
That's what I heard.
I don't know how much are they charging though.
Like for example, SiteGiant, they increase their price from time to time. I might bring Stanley up one day. They are actually increasing the price because they are actually adding more features and all that. They are getting more popular. However, I want to warn you about this thing. I agree with Andrew that you should start with some local product. Then eventually, when you're more ready, you migrate. But you have to bear in mind with the migration.
No, there's a headache part.
Oh, I tell you, I had a student went through 3 bloody months of the migration thing.
Serious? Oh, okay.
That is one super crazy headache that you probably want to consider. 3,000 SKU.
Oh, okay.
Just imagine
when you go 3,000 SKU, you already consider very sophisticated. I'm talking about maybe maximum 2 or 3 SKU. Then go and try on the local ones and see.
So that is really the thing because the migration. But I also actually encountered some coaches telling me that in terms of creating catalog and integrating with Facebook, Shopify is not very friendly.
Oh, okay.
And they kind of have some difficulty in terms of creating the catalog. Getting the things right, getting certain. Sometimes they, like Christopher, I think we discussed about this. Sometimes they even have some, the event misconfiguration issue.
Yes, because Shopify, the downfall of plugins is that you don't know their plugin actually install a pixel in your store or not. You really don't know. Like one app I installed, I'm not sure what is it called. I've already forgot. I think it was KIT. It's like an AI automation message to tell you that, you want to do this, you want to send an email marketing, he'll help you create an email campaign for it. And then you just click yes and you send it out, plus it out to all your customers. But then I didn't know this kit will actually install a new pixel on my store, on my Shopify website itself. I mean, that messes up all my events. Sometimes I get duplicated, add to cart events. Sometimes I purchase, see 3 purchases, and actually it's only 1 purchase. I mean,
so the misfire also happens. But it happens to all platforms.
These are what? These are Shopify approved partners, right?
Yep.
Wow, okay. That's dangerous. I didn't know that.
But for the catalog stuff, I usually don't care about integrating with Shopify. I mean, I just use my pixel and then I remember there's one option called get the products from your pixel event itself. So I just use that and then you auto-populate all my catalog.
Yeah, it works, right? Because there was one of my coaches actually experienced about 2 months we couldn't get the catalog fixed. Some issue. So that's one thing that I kind of hear quite often from my students and coaches. But on top of that,
yes. Now I don't think it's an issue because previously the way you install Pixel on Shopify is really different. You just take your Pixel ID, paste into Shopify, and then it's done
That's
already.
it.
But then
Yeah.
now it's different. Now it's like
Oh.
you have to install Facebook app and then click on setup, all those stuff, and they even let you choose how much data you want to collect in your Pixel.
Oh, do until like that already.
Yeah, so
Because
you
now
can just
Pixel
choose
also
the,
got issue with all these things, and certain. In fact, it's not just iOS 14. A lot of like so-called browsers are blocking. In a way, not to say blocking, they are limiting the data collection of Pixel and Google.
Yep. Safari is doing it already.
Yeah, it's really across the platform. I think it's become a main concern. But we have some questions coming from Chiwai was asking Facebook Shop can do checkout cannot bringing to the website, and I just lead to the next step, which is to your website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Search-
Chiwai. Sorry.
Search also is another question, is it?
Yeah, search is. But before search, Chiwai was feeding us that Easy Store relabel. Easy Store is a relabel of WebSphere. No, actually, Easy Store was Easy Store because Easy Store was actually. I think Chan bought Easy Store from my friend Joel in Penang, but I forgot the prior to that what was the name already. But they did really well in terms of moving the whole thing. But I don't think it's WebSphere.
WebSphere is IBM.
Yeah,
That
but
means
if you're
unless-
talking about Web Shaper, then Web Shaper is different. Web Shaper is Arian. Yeah, so that's another one.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, and yeah, and Chiwai say wants to bring Adrian. Let me talk to him. And Search has an interesting thought. He said, if you use a free website like WordPress, and then for the checkout at the landing page, bring it to Shopee, reduce the cost of paying monthly fee for the website and maintain a low transaction fee in Shopee. What do you think? Low transaction fee in Shopee is definitely. And then you don't need to go and configure or whatever, all this payment gateway and whatnot is all taken care of by Shopee. I never tried this before though.
I mean,
Logic.
this is a good idea.
I think it's logic. Yeah. I
Makes
agree with
sense.
you. Yeah,
If you want to
it's-
do an experiment, makes sense.
Shopee in Singapore, the transaction fee is around 2.14%, not wrong.
Yeah, here is about, I think,
2.5, I think.
I don't know, how many percent
So
search? 2.5.
2.5 or 3, I'm not mistaken.
So basically, your landing page, you explain all your thing, explain, finish, then you send them to the Shopee page of your shop down there and ask them to
Yeah.
transact.
That's one way. I think that
But Shopee cannot put Facebook Pixel. Correct, right?
But it's okay, ma. At least you use the landing page to capture already, ma.
The landing page until the last page.
you click on the button, the buy
Yeah,
button.
at least in a way you're capturing the right intent already, because if
Yeah.
I'm not interested, I won't be landing on your page.
Yeah.
And then only when I do checkout, I go over. But yeah, Search is saying Malaysia is a 2.12%. Wow. But friction, that's what I think. Because when you go over to Shopee, when the moment they click on the button to go over, imagine the friction. First, you will fire Shopee app. Imagine I'm actually doing it on my mobile environment. It will fire Shopee app and it will go to the product.
Can go to Shopee website.
I don't think so. It will trigger app. If you
Then
don't
you
have
have to
app-
sign. Then you have to sign in to Shopee.
no, when they trigger app deep linking, it should already be signed in. Or immediately open your Shopee app already on your phone. But if you don't have Shopee, then it will lead you to the download page.
Then
friction.
But most people will have Shopee lah, to be honest.
So let's say if I have
That's right.
Shopee also, I'll be landed on your
Deep
product
linking,
page.
they can give you the link.
Yeah, but even if I have Shopee, the moment I click, I go to the product page, not the checkout page. Then I need to click, add the card, the button and all that. Wow.
Yeah, the checkout process is longer. The
Then you
checkout
have
process is
other recommendation from similar products from Shopee. So now you get confusion.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes.
people will be like, you have a website, but you can't even do the transaction. Yeah, maybe the experience is kind of dropping also.
But
the
it's
checkout
free.
process will be long.
Yeah, but it's like Sir says, if the cost is low, you have to be. I mean, there's no
And
free
Worth
meals.
trying, worth
Yeah.
trying.
See what's the result and see whether how the market reacts to the thing. But if it's not mentioned before, maybe it's not worth the attempt to be honest.
Yeah, but Chiwa was saying then you have to maintain both sides, maintain the product listing on your website, and then link it to the Shopee product details and all that. What I really worry about is friction. Is really the friction, because on mobile environment you have no idea how powerful is friction in terms of killing your whole advertisement or whatever thing.
That's true.
Experience thing. Friction is really bad, and I think we want to.
People cannot wait these days.
Yeah.
And I think Christopher will agree with me. The biggest headache is not really the Shopify. The biggest headache is the Facebook part. And without the pixel, you do not know getting. I think we've been talking this for 1,001 time. They go until there, then they got buy or didn't buy. They got see the thank you page. I also don't know. I also don't know whether they classify that as customer or not. Then some see the kind of customer. Then how to classify? Then how to do lookalike audience? How to do furthermore advertising? So you shortcut this one, yes, it sort of save you a lot of problem. But your advertising, the bigger beast, is not tame, and this is not your back end is not helping you. Laggy worse.
Yeah, so I agree with this, but yeah, anything you want to add on this thing, Christopher?
I mean, I'm not a fan of redirecting people out of my website. I mean, this is a rule of thumb. If you have your own website, I mean, try not to redirect them out of your website. Instead, just make them check out on your website.
Shopee never pay you money some more. Well, then you give them traffic to them, or they're happy.
Yeah.
Shopee is like that one. Eventually, if you want to sell on Shopee, then you actually, if you become more and more serious and, and you need to start investing. But that leads to the next question, Christopher. I would like to see if there's any specific Shopify tools or features or even plugins that you would recommend.
Mostly I use OmniSend for my email marketing automation, the abandoned cart stuff like that. And also I set up not only abandoned cart, people who just land on my page and then they bounce. If they subscribe to my email list, they will still get an email like, hey, we noticed that you visit our website, why not take a second look, stuff like that. All those automation.
That's good.
So that is OmniSend for email marketing. And also reviews are very important if you're selling a product and whatever stuff. I mean, you're selling something, at least you must have reviews to gain trust on your product page. So I use judge.me for product review. And judge.me. I can actually sync all my reviews. If I'm selling the same product, but they're just different colors and I'm just trying to make my page look like I have a lot of product, I'll just not like make one product and have a lot of variant. I usually like to make one product for one color, each product for each color. Yeah, stuff like that. And then if your Judge Me is only on basic plan, free plan, you only can just see your review on the specific product itself. And I mean, sometimes you see a product or one review. I mean, people might see, hey, what is this one review only? Okay, they don't want to buy anymore. So I paid premium for Judge.me and sync all my reviews for all the products, and you combine and show one lump sum of review on every product itself.
So that's a Shopify app,
yeah, the plugin itself.
I think it sounds good.
Yeah. Also, I use
question, Christopher. No, continue.
Yeah, I also use Page Booster. I mean, just to increase the page speed when you're loading. All those stuff. And also, one thing about Shopify, if your team don't support discount code on the cart page, right? I bought another plugin. It's called Cart Discount. I mean, they actually let you apply the discount code on the cart page itself instead of checkout page, the information shipping, your address page. I mean, this is what I found out. Most consumers, even me also, sometimes I get confused. I mean, you advertise to me, say there's a discount. You use this code. Then when I go to your website, I add my item to cart, and I don't see the text box to enter my discount code. Of course, I won't click on checkout button. For me, I won't waste time on clicking the checkout button. Yeah. So this is the plugin that I really find it useful because the text box is already there on the card itself. People will apply the discount code, click on checkout, and then you'll see the final total price and stuff like that. Instead of just going to the checkout page, keying your address, everything, only you apply discount codes. I mean, yeah, it's too far ahead for someone to win back a customer. It's really too far ahead.
True.
So you're talking about about considering that these are essential plugins, not the fancy stuff, which is necessary for your e-commerce business. So you're looking about $50 to $60 a month expenditure.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And the basic at that level, whether you sell or not is another thing. But to maintain this with all the essential plugins for $60 at least.
Yeah.
So, a month, 60.
Yeah.
A month.
Yeah.
And the time span, I think there's two phases. One is the initial part where you set up. Roughly how much time you spend for the first month to set it up?
I think the first day or the first 3 days, I will just pick my team. I mean, I research all my competitors, see what team they're using, what type of team that's towards more suitable for my niche. And then I'll go Shopify team store to just find any free team first, get a free team, then import a team inside and then start designing the website first 3 days. And then after that, 4th, 5th, 6th day, I'll just do the copy on the website, all those landing page copy, description and stuff like that. So I would say 1 week is more than enough for you.
Then
Sorry,
gradually,
sidetrack a bit, guys. We have Adrian from Zappy. Adrian, are you watching me? If you're watching me, then I don't need to text you. I might as well straight away ask you, can you come to the Future 3 Marketing Show? Because we were just talking about Zappy. Because today we talk about Shopify, and I mentioned Zappy, which is talking about the integration. So if you are cool, no, I have to text you later on anyway. But Adrian is the guy who actually built Zappy. It's a very powerful tool that is happening right now.
We should get him on board.
Yeah. But Adrian, I'll talk to you later. But Manfred, you wanted to say something just now.
no, I was saying the time spent on the initial part, and then subsequently when the store is up already, I give you 1 month. How much time you spend? Roughly, maybe 1-2 hours per day.
Actually, I spend more time on my ads manager lah.
Yeah.
Shopify, I don't care lah. Shopify, I don't care lah.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can set to your phone, then got money coming.
Yeah. So I really don't care lah. Less okay lah. When sales come in, I just update the product law, inventory, see anything out of stock, just in case I miss any opportunity. Okay lah, update the stock. I mean, I'll usually spend like 30 minutes a day lah, just looking at my store. Most of my time, 20% is ads manager.
So you get friends or people, you get team to handle the shipping and returns and all the stuff, logistics.
It's all you.
I'm a one-man show right now, so
So
I mean, I have a team to help me out recently with the production of the products, the crafting process of the products. I have a team, but mostly all those stuff I would like to handle myself first and see any challenges I meet and I cannot solve, and then I'll just draft out a template in case when I'm busy. I'll draft out a template and like a procedure for them to follow in future.
True spirit of an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Right now, it's just one-man show for every emails I reply, every returns or what.
How come you were complaining about 3 ad accounts, as in 3 accounts for Shopify?
I mean, sometimes I usually wake up very late, like 12 p.m. 12 a.m. Sorry, not 12 p.m. afternoon, 1 p.m. somewhere around there. So sometimes in the morning, they're still coming in. I usually like to do this, I like to put very low inventory stock on my store. So people will see, 2 items left, 1 item left, or they'll come and rush and buy. The urgency is there. So when
FOMO lah.
Yeah. So if the stock, people already bought their stock, let's say it's only 1 unit left, I would like my team to actually update the inventory itself instead of just leaving it at 0. Maybe the next visitor might come and want to buy that product, but 0 stock. So the guy bounce. Yeah. So I would like them to log in and help me update the stock lah, just in case I'm still not there awake. Yeah.
That's why
once I'm awake, okay, you guys can just chill. All right, I'll take everything from you.
Okay.
Right.
So
Wow. Now that will lead the next question before we go into the wow. We have Manfred coming back. And finally nobody else helping you already. Now, last question for you, Christopher. What are the resources that you use or you rely on to learn anything you need to improve your Shopify store, maybe operation, marketing, or anything? Just give us a few ideas on where do you learn? How do you learn to improve whether your Shopify operation or marketing or anything?
I would say Google.com, Reddit. That's the most. I mean, I read a lot. You cannot imagine my Google result, 10 pages is all purple. I click already. I read everything already. So I'm a person that loves to read because it's really, I like digital marketing and I really like to see the results. I mean, what will give you good results and what will actually decrease your conversion rate and stuff like that. So
once you solve a problem, you can't afford achievement.
Yes. So I mean, if you talk about resources, it's always Google.com, Reddit.com. I go to join all the sub channel and just read everything, whatever is relevant, stuff like that. Yeah, but I mostly read. I mean, the first stage when I just started the store, I read on how to improve conversion rate, and then a lot of topics will talk about how to improve conversion rate. Your landing page, your product page, your checkout process, your shipping fee, all those stuff. Your product image also is important. I mean, if the image is not clear and it's blurry, doesn't look professional, people will bounce also, same thing. I mean, there's a lot of topics that actually help Shopify. I mean, give you a successful Shopify store, I would say.
You also need to read a bit of psychological books also.
Yeah, I'm working on that now.
So
you also need to read How to Get Alive, man. No, just kidding.
So
too hard lah.
Digital marketing is 10% glamour, 90% sweat.
Yep.
I think 99% sweat, 1%.
99% sweat. That's
you
true.
actually wanted to open a store, end up you doing a lot of digital marketing.
Yeah.
No, but these are the necessary groundwork that you need to do. A lot of reading, a lot of research,
A lot of
a
trying.
lot of trying, a lot of YouTubes.
And especially buying things is triggering the emotion. When I do FB ads, the picture must be sweet, trigger only one message. My side is only one message. Tell them something. Oh, then I see, wow, I don't even bother to read your copy. I straight away press already. Then see whether that thing is impactful enough. Go all the way through all your entire funnel and finally press purchase and check out. Then for me, I like to do small items. Basically, see, just want you to become my first customer. Because first customer is the most difficult. Once that already, then
Yeah.
okay, my turn. Wow, already.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it over to you. Come, your turn. What is your wow? What is your website of the week? Come.
Manfred is back.
Yes.
All
Okay,
right.
now we are going to this website. Jason, can you push the
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Wait. When you just
billboard.com/blog Facebook-advertising-courses. This one, a very interesting website. Okay, because our friend here, Christopher, like to read also, right? Okay, I always ask myself one thing. Confirm this 1 year calendar confirm got a lot of people rushing to buy, and a lot of people don't, especially after since 11/11 Singles Days onward, all the way Christmas, this period, even up to Chinese New Year, a lot of people are clearing. In fact, I also heard that MNC's budget always end on the 1st of April. They also have to clear their budget. So before that, they will wipe out all the money. So you could take a look at this website. They actually tell you a lot of things. Again, this formula, advertiser times action rate, estimated action rates plus user value. Just always bear in mind. Read Facebook wordings again and again because this one is very useful. Okay, where I like about this website, I see CPM.
What's that?
Cost
CPM.
1,000 impression for 2020 December. You see, walao, $16. So if I don't have my product is not seasonal, now I might as well wait until March or even January. You see,
But it's US market lah. I suspect it's US market lah.
Yeah, even US market. I surprised Chinese New Year also normally at February also go up $9.87. See, so if your thing is not seasonal, wait for January, wait for March
April.
Correct or not? Makes sense Why you want crowd everybody at December period? Correct or not?
April is tax reporting season, so
what I heard also is
March.
1st of April, before 1st
of April they'll load up.
They're going to clear their budget. Clear the budget. So CPC, I'm more interested in CPM because that one affects how they charge us. Okay, CPC. And cost per conversion for Facebook and Instagram. This one is, I can't remember, this is overall the industries. There's another one called Stream. WordStream also has something similar.
WordStream.
So you all can take a look from here, and there's a lot of information. See CPM by campaign, see reach, traffic, conversion. Start of month, you see only February a bit higher, and then it's the same trend also. But
so this is a research data analytics blog.
But I don't quite understand why January app install is more expensive. This one don't make much sense to me because I'm spending a lot of time on app install.
What is your data? I mean, sometimes these are all references.
References, but there's a trend. There's a trend.
I also recently, as I spoke to my account manager from Facebook, they say that usually right after the so-called year-end rush, which is the Christmas sales and everything, you have about a few weeks up to a month of so-called advertiser holiday. CPM is usually low, and it happens to mine as well. Across my portfolio, we had a very beautiful CPM in the past 2 weeks. I'm not sure about you.
So January period
Yeah, somewhere.
CPM around 2 ringgit probably.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's good.
2 ringgit, 150 floating around there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a good thing. It works. In fact, kind of like apply to most of the cases over here. But I think this is cool also, the review board. I think I stumbled upon this one time or two when I was doing some research and all that. Yeah, very comprehensive. Facebook advertising courses. Cool.
Yeah, so this one actually, you got time to take a look. So I haven't finished reading this also.
Yeah, it looks like a super long read to me, man. I think this is more on Christopher thing. I'm just gonna skim through.
This one, if I have issue there, I'll have a look. I mean, if I see an unexpected really high CPM, okay, take a look at the data. stuff like that. But then
Find something to justify your action.
yeah, need to see if I'm doing something wrong or the world. I mean, the whole Facebook is Mark Zuckerberg doing something wrong. Either me or Mark Zuckerberg fucking up the algorithm.
Now a lot of people leave WhatsApp, go and join Signal. No?
Yeah, macam-macam lah. Not just Signal. I think that I see a lot of people talking about the MeWe thing also coming up.
My
I think they'll come back lah. How also they'll come back to WhatsApp.
my question is it too late now?
Yeah.
To leave, right?
Too
Yeah,
late.
if you feel a giant so big, then you talk about it.
Yeah,
They know you too well already. Facebook
Yeah.
know you inside out.
True. But anyway, thanks for I think it's a good session. Thanks for all the sharing, Christopher. I think it's really valuable. I think to a lot of people who's looking to start selling, whether you want to start on having your own Shopify store or you want to consider other local software as a service for e-commerce, and if you want to go for Chiwai's route to custom build your site or even to sell on various marketplaces. I think Christopher has given us a very good idea in terms of from the Shopify perspective, what are the pros and cons, and just for your consideration when you're deciding which one to go for. Yep. So before we end this, is there anything else coming from my co-host Andrew, Manfred?
I'm good.
I think Christopher wants me to repeat this again.
What?
The Shopify part not very important. Just basic thing is there is the digital marketing, the Facebook advertising really need to spend time. That one even you hire a pro also not necessary they can solve all your problems also.
So I will agree to that. Eventually, it's not a platform. Platform is one thing. It's just a tool. But how you bring traffic.
Platform is just for your convenience.
Yeah.
I mean, how easy you want your store to be managed, or how granular you want it to be. Like you can control every single thing. And of course, you go for customized design. But then, end of the day, if you want sales and stuff like that, still your advertising.
Yep. If you can't market, doesn't matter how
the
good
real
is your
store down there. You can all the logistic, all the thing, or the operation, everything as per normal. But if you cannot drive the traffic coming and buy things from you, die.
Yeah.
Same. I totally agree.
Very good. Good point.
Good point. Thanks, Manfred. And thank you so much, Christopher, for having us. Do you have any last suggestions or whatever to share with us in the moment?
Read a lot, guys. Just read a lot. I spend my time reading until 5 p.m. every day. So just read, guys. Just read a lot, and you gain a lot of knowledge, and you can see a result.
Read, try, do it, then digest.
Don't give up, yes.
Yeah. Imagine a 25-year-old telling you that he reads a lot. Just 10 years down the road, when he's 35, he's a master. I think that's a very, 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 very direct, obvious future that I'm actually seeing already.
Unfortunately, the old dinosaurs like us have to run faster.
But thank you. Wings. Probably grow wings, or you have 4 legs or something.
Yeah. Christopher is coming.
Thank you so much, Christopher. Thanks for being with us today. Thanks for all the sharing. And
thank you so much, man.
Yeah, for everyone that you're watching up to now, thank you for watching up to now. Remember, this is a 3 Monday show. We go live every Wednesday. I keep on thinking about Thursday. What happened to me? Every Wednesday at 10 p.m. and we will have one guest usually to discuss one digital marketing related topic. So if you like what we're doing, remember to hit the subscribe or follow button to make sure that you get notified every time we go live. And with that, thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you next week, and we will reveal who is gonna be the guest next real soon. But next week same time, Wednesday 10 p.m. I'll see you. This is Jason,
good night, guys.
Manfred,
have a good evening.
Andrew, and Christopher. Thank you. Good night.
Okay.
Good evening. Good night.
Have a good evening.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.